I don't know if I can hear that. I want to play it. Yeah, shETHER by Remy. We'll just get to that in a minute, but let me get into the reunion. I'm just gonna play it faintly in the background. Um, yeah. So hopefully I don't want to get a little copyright strike moment. But it's just really like this reunion. Um it was just completely like crazy. I'm just gonna let it play till it goes out, child. It's 7 minutes long. This video gonna be way longer than 7 minutes. But as y'all know, but let me just get straight into it. Okay, reunion part two, Love and Hip Hop, New York. Um, just complete foolishness. It was just like a running theme. It seemed like for everybody to just be um like bad. Like everybody just wanted to like prove how bad they are or whatever. And I was just like, what the hell is that about? Like I don't damn know. It was just weird. It was very weird. People showing out, creating invisible drama, like bringing up old shit to talk about. Like, why the hell did they bring Peter, Tara, and Amina? Like that old ass storyline. Nina talking about the gift that keeps on giving. Who asked for that gift? Who? It's just like I don't damn know. It's just damn crazy. So it began where it left off last week with hold on. Where it left off with Remy, not Remy. Where it left off with Yandy and the baby mamas. So this is what happened. So Yandy got up. As we know, it was Mandisi's sister. I don't know her name. She said something to Samantha. Samantha got up all aggressive, like said something about her cock eye, and then that's when the whole Royal Rumble started, basically. So what happened was Yandy, as she got up and I saw her distinctively, she pushed the security guard. She grabbed the security guard's arm. And so all of a sudden, they started holding Samantha back and everything. Then randomly this girl comes out the audience. So we was just like, who the hell is this big burly lady coming out the audience? So we was just like, oh my gosh, this shit is crazy. So she literally, the girl from the audience who ran up, she snatched Samantha down, like snatched her roots, like snatched her to the ground. They cleared the cast. It was just craziness. Cardi B was loving every moment of it, of course. And it was just this shit is just damn crazy. It was a mess. So they had to clear the whole cast out, but the audience still remained. So who was back on stage? Oh, and also a guy ran up who tried to hit Samantha as well. And I was just like, where's this dude coming from? From probably some old trap queen child. I was just like, what? Like, sir, really? I can't. It was bad enough that that big burly lady ran up, but why did that dude have to like run up like that? I was just like, that's just way too much. Um, so I like that part. You only worry about Mariah because Mariah don't carry. I'm still listening to it in the background. Hopefully y'all can hear it a little bit. I don't want to bring it too close, like I said. But I just figured let's just incorporate the shETHER and this reunion all in damn one, and just do one damn video instead of doing like separate videos or whatever. Since Remy is a part of Love and Hip Hop New York. So anyway, we get back on stage. We have Yandy, we have baby mama Samantha, and baby mama Erica. So they decided to break down the whole thing. Samantha was just like, I just want to know. I just want to know who was that ran up on me and hit me? Who was that who ran up on me? Yandy was just like, I have no idea. I don't know. So they played the shit back. And I always knew Yandy was full of shit, but she really, really showed how much of a damn scammer and a liar and a trickster she really is. You couldn't pay me enough money to sign on Yandy's label or for her to be my manager or any of that. You couldn't pay me enough. Child. So Yandy distinctively said to Juju in her ponytail, who looked gorgeous by the way. I wish they would have gave Juju a storyline. Anyway, Juju was like, she was holding Yandy. Yandy was just like, the Keisha just, oh my gosh. Now, before that, like I said, Yandy said that she didn't know who the hell that was that ran up and snatched Samantha. So obviously she did know who the hell it was. Some girl named Keisha. And I was told that it was like her cousin or some shit. They didn't say anything about the guy or whatever. But I do remember a guy like running up and snatching Samantha. So I was just like, this shit is crazy. So that was lie number one. So they get into the whole birthday party thing with Lil Mandisi's birthday party that Samantha invited Erica and Yandy to. Yandy didn't want to come, the whole party where Yandy was trying to like take over or whatever. And Erica was just like, no, you're not gonna do that. Well, Samantha was like, no, you're not gonna do that. So anyway, this is the party where Kimbella was invited to. Now it was like a whole confusion thing because they was just like Kimbella. It was almost as if Kimbella came to the party just to fight, just to start some shit because she didn't bring no kids, yada yada. Yandy was just like them her nephews. Yandy was just like, Samantha was just like, it was my son's birthday party, and her son was there as well. They're not her nephews. Like, stop. I don't believe that the kids was, or in Kimbella's words, all the kids played together and all that. I'm sure they had little play dates, but they weren't that close. Like, stop. So, literally, they played the playback of Kimbella because they was just like, did Yandy bring Kimbella? Now y'all can hear me clearly, I'm sure. It stopped. But they was like, did Yandy push Kimbella to come to the whole party? Yandy was just like, no, I didn't come. I didn't invite her to come crash the party. She came on her own, yada yada. So they played the audio. Judy, Mendici's mama. She was on the phone talking to Kimbella. Kimbella was just like, look, yo, what's going on? Judy was just like, I need a favor from you, Kimbella. And Kimbella was just like, yeah, I'm looking for Yandy. Judy put Yandy on the phone. Yandy was just like, I'm gonna text you or whatever in a minute. So obviously, clearly, from what I just said, if it makes sense to y'all, hopefully it does, that Yandy, but if y'all watch the show, y'all know what I'm talking about. That Yandy, Kimbella, and Judy put this whole thing together for Kimbella to come to Lil Mendici's party and crash it, basically. But of course, according to Yandy, that wasn't the case, which was a lie. She was making up shit the entire time. All Yandy could bring up, oh, I'm still married and your baby daddy don't like you and all that kind of stuff. They get into the whole legal thing. Is Mandisi's and Kimbella legally married? Yandy, there's no paperwork that can prove, that can show how much I love this man, how much I'm into this man. Yeah, but we need the documentation, Yandy. Um, you was there at the wedding. Nina, you saw what happened. There's no paper, there's no lawyer, there's no judge, there's no pastor, there's no minister, there's no anybody that could say that I'm not married to that man. God himself could come down and he couldn't even tell me that I wasn't married to this man. Yeah, but Yandy, did you sign the marriage certificate? There's no paperwork. I'm telling you, nothing in this world. Okay, nothing in this world I wouldn't do for you, boy. I don't care what nobody say, as long as I got you, babe. Y'all let me know what song they come from, and I will actually. Y'all let me know what I was just now singing, and I will give you a shout out in next week's review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. How about that? Because Atlanta coming back, Atlanta, Southport, Atlanta. So yes, I think Atlanta is pretty much everybody's favorite Love and Hip Hop, to be honest. So anyway, um, she was just like, oh, nothing in this world can tie me from this man, and I'm married, and she holding her ring out, and Yandy's crafty, Yandy's smart, she knows exactly what she's doing, but Yandy's full of shit. Yandy Smith Harris, or just Yandy Smith, or whatever her original name is. That's her name because she's not married. She's crafty and she's a trip. She really is. That woman is not married. She made it seem like she was better than them this whole season. I understand that Yandy and um Mona Scott is very good friends, and she's gonna hold her down and all that kind of stuff. And Like I completely get it. And you know, Yandy, I do get it. You love your man and you love your dude, and nothing in this world, like I said, can tell y'all apart in y'all connection. And in the eyes of God, y'all are married, but there's just no paperwork to prove it because you know. I mean, you're not married. Is that not a part of marriage? Like, I understand people can stay together for years and never get married, and technically, you're married. What is it called? It's not legal marriage because it's not. There's no documentation. What is it called? Common law, I believe. Common law marriage. You've been together like so many years, and then you're technically married, or whatever the hell. So I guess that's what they're pushing for. Since there's no paperwork, she didn't sign it. But I don't know. She's just a mess. Now I understand they on Yandy's show technically. And you know she giving the baby mamas a check and all that drama. So I guess she is helping them out in a way and helping the kids out. But it's just it's complete foolishness. Like Yandy, you just a baby mama like the rest of them. Stop. You may have an education. You may have accomplished a lot more than these other women and all the good stuff. And congratulations to you. And it's still Black History Month. So happy Black History Month to your mama. But and all the people actually. Um, but stop. You know, I just can't stand people who think they're better than others. Like, girl, bye, bye. So anyway, oh, they showed a little clip where all the kids talked about one another, and you know, all the little brothers they love each other. All of them brown skin, curly hair, look just like Mendy's. He's so cute, so cute, and all the kids just love each other to death. And it's unfortunate that the adults can't act right. Um, Complete foolishness. Okay. What do we get into next? Um, I believe that we got into is it gonna come to me? It might. Oh, okay. We get into Bianca and Skylar and Drewski. I think that's his name. We get into that whole situation. Um I like Bianca's little club dress, but I did not like her hair once I really sat there and looked at her. Um they got into the whole thing and Sky was just like, you know, I do feel like they both kind of played each other and you know was into it with each other, but I would never do that to somebody. What Bianca did to her, which basically she knows that she knew for the entire time that Drewski had a woman and she didn't care, Bianca, and she just kept going and pushing. And you know we all know the reason he was doing it, but she just kept going and she just didn't have any more. She was just like, I would never do that to another person, which I completely agree with Sky. Bianca just ain't got no class, no training, and you know she ain't had no hit since Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup was on sale. So, I mean, you know, what she got to lose? Nothing, nothing. It's not like her music's selling, so that's all she got is love and hip hop. So anyway, Scott was just like, I would never do that to another person. And Bianca was just like, whatever, I don't care, and yada yada. That as Cardi B. Cardi B was just like, obviously her karma would get to her eventually. I don't know why they asked Cardi B shit. Like she's some kind of damn relationship guru or scholar or some shit. Child, bye. You and your sister flying across the damn stage, looking like the Flintstones. Um. So anyway, she was just like, you know, obviously that's her karma that can get her, but you know, I mean, it's the Harlem way. Get it, girl. Get it how you live, girlfriend, or whatever. So it's just amazing to me how Bianca didn't apologize at all. It's like I understand you don't care for the girl or whatever the issue is, but you wouldn't want nobody to do you like that. So why would you do that to somebody else? Whatever. Um, So Skylar gets into, I think her name is Skylar, whatever. Skylar gets into, or Sky, whatever. Sky gets into the whole thing about she was selling t-shirts, don't be a bird t-shirts, and Bianca gets up and she's just like, this is how we feed the birds uptown. And she started throwing the money. Let me get some actual money out. Ooh, child. That made me nervous. Get some actual money out, I guess. Or these vendor bucks. Let's work at Amazon, so I can have more of these. Just throw this old Monopoly money out. She was just like, "This is how we feed the birds uptown." These dollars are like folded, and you like put them. Like if you get enough, you can like go to like Starbucks and get you like coffees and stuff. But she was like, "This is how we feed the birds uptown." It's not working out. They're folded. Like they've been in my wallet for a long time. So whatever. So anyway, so, shit. Um, she was like, "Oh, this is how you feed the birds uptown," and just wasting money and shit. And I'm just like, child, I would have got up on that stage and took all them dollars and put in my puss or put in my shirt. Like, child, bye. Wasting money, foolishness, ignorance. And Skylar was just like, "Yeah, whatever, that's cool, yada yada." They asked Rem how she felt, and Remy was just like, would you have done all that, putting the laptop on her butt and all that, had your girlfriend been there? He was just like, no. Well, she was like, well, you shouldn't have been doing it anyway. People, they really seem to respect Papoose and Remy. They seem to be like the it couple of the show, the leaders of the show, which they should be. And you know, everybody respects them. Nobody's ever gonna come for Pap and Remy on the show. It's like it's low key. It's just like they're off limits to like fuck with or get into it with people, for a storyline or whatever. It's basically like the Jay-Z and the Beyonce of the show, pretty much. So that scene ended with Drewski. He ended up talking to Sky. He was just like, "Look, ma, I know I did my wrongs, yada yada." He got on bended knee, boys to men. He proposed to Sky on Love and Hip Hop. She said yes, but oh my gosh, like she couldn't believe it and stuff. And congratulations to them. I wouldn't have married his ass, but good luck to your sister girl. God bless you, child. That's all what I got to say. This y'all couple, child. So I guess Drewski and Sky they're gonna be talking about their engagement and shit on the next season of Love and Hip Hop New York. So we get into the Gwyneth, which is Mariah Lynn, Major Galore, and DJ Self. As we know, there was this whole contract moment between Mariah Lynn and DJ Self. Mariah Lynn was taking too long to sign her contract, so he went on ahead to sign this girl named Major Galore, who's a former stripper. And her and Mariah Lynn had beef and all that kind of stuff. If you watch the season, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so they asked Mariah Lynn, how are they cool now? She was just like, me and Major, my biggest issue, she was basically said that she took it out on Major, but her biggest issue was with DJ Self because of how he did it. He had two strong women who's hustling, came from nothing, who's trying to, make it game, and they didn't know about each other, so they're gonna clash, and which I agree with. Well, I understand. So all of a sudden, Cardi starts to talk, and she was just like, I introduced them. No. And Nina was just like, "What, Cardi? What you talking about?" Cardi was just like, "I introduced Major and Self." And Cardi went on to say that Self had slept with Major, in which, I mean, so, like, who's shocked by that information? He's a Creep Squad member. Like, that's like having a refrigerator full of food and expecting me not to like touch it or to at least make a sandwich. I think that's dumb, but whatever. Like, duh, some shit is just like, duh. Um, she was just like, yeah, I slept with him and yada yada. But Cardi, you slept with DJ Self too, so anyway, uh, Hennessy, not Hennessy. Well, she did, but Major, she was just like, yeah, whatever. She was like, well, she saw me like one day at the club and she didn't pop off, so whatever. And then Cardi started to talk. She was just like, I have no issue with her though. There's no issue. And so Major Galore, she leaned in, and she was just like, Cardi, tell the truth. You know what happened. And when you saw me at the club, all of a sudden, damn Barney Rebel rounds up. Miss Flintstone. That's the friend. Whatever. Y'all know Thelma. Was that her name? Thelma. Wilma Flintstone. I think it was her name. Wilma. The one with the red hair. That's who Hennessy looked like. who was married to Barney, or is it Fred? Child, I don't know. It's so damn long ago. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Pebble's mama, child. So anyway, Hennessy ass ran up. She already had her shoes off. She come flying up. Just and Major Galore all in the head. All of a sudden, we see Mariah Lynn's old under the sea ass, that purple hair. She come flying over trying to hit Major Galore, and they got Cardi B holding Cardi B back. The security, of course, and Major Galore was just like, you know what, Hennessy, I got somebody for you. And Cardi, who's gonna touch my sister? Ain't nobody gonna touch my sister. And honestly, all them people out there that saying my sister ain't like that, she really like that though. My sister really like that, and I'm just like, who cares? Like, this whole reunion was just about proving who's the baddest in New York. And I was just like, child, that shit only counts in the hood for hood points and Instagram followers and Twitter followers and all that shit. But if you really want to make it in life, some of that shit you gotta leave behind. Are they willing to do that? I just feel like Cardi B was just showing her ass this reunion because it was her last season. So she wanted to go out on a bang and go out on. She was one of the baddest people in love and hip hop, which I still don't think she's accomplished. She's one of the funniest people and one of the most entertaining. She definitely made us want to watch, but she's not the baddest. But I think that's what she was trying to go for this reunion. But it was a fail for her. It just made her look stupid, impressed, and immature. So anyway, and childish, and just everything. So that's pretty much the end of that little segment. Um, Mariah and Major, they're cool, I guess. Even though Mariah tried to sneak a punch in once or two. So that was foolishness. Okay. They get into the whole girls trip thing where they was talking and usually was just like, oh, the script or whatever wasn't about uh Yandy, and I didn't mean for it, to go like that. It just really hurt my feelings. And Yandy was just like, yeah, I'm sorry that I thought that about my friend. They get into Kim Bella and Yandy's relationship. They're up and down. I don't care what nobody say. I think Kim Bella and Yandy done scraped up against each other a few times. Like, they're just too much. It's just too emotional. Oh, we really like sisters, and yeah, sisters. It's all right. I don't know. Um, So Jules is just like, I don't know what more I could do to prove that I'm loyal, that I love Kimbella. Kimbella is just like, I trust him. I just don't trust these hoes in the studio, yada yada, whatever. Um, let's see. Was that all for the whole little girls trip thing? Yeah, that's pretty much it. It was really nothing to that segment. Let's see. Okay, I think the last thing that they talked about was Peter, Tara, and Amina. Amina's still sleeping with Peter every once in a while. Even though she stays in LA. Peter does still want Tara, but Tara don't want nothing to do with Peter. Finally. We'll see. They're cool and they're happy, and well, no, they're not happy actually. Amina, she's just willing to accept Peter for who he is, and apparently Tara's not at this point. We'll see. Like I said, um, that was pretty much it. It's just the same old shit reiterated. One thing that I learned new was before Amina and Peter got married, they actually slept, had like a big orgy scene or whatever, and Peter wanted to clear up that he didn't mess with any men and yada yada, whatever. We get to the final hoo ha. Where any final words, and Remy had something to say. She was just like, it's just a lot of immaturity and childishness here, and we all adults, and it's easy for me to cut somebody off like a light switch. That's what I do all the time. Same with me. I'm not going to sit here and argue with the same person over and over and over and over again. I might give you that one time, or if I care about the relationship. But if I don't give a damn about repairing the relationship, then I'm just going to cut it off like instantly. I'm just, this is not really, it's not difficult for me to block somebody out of my life on all social media, block their number. Hopefully they don't know where I stay. But if they do know where I stay, change them good locks if they got a key or whatever. And if they show up, call the police. Yeah. No, I probably won't call the police. But it's just like, yeah, it's just not easy. It's not hard for me to cut people off at this point in my life. All of us are just getting older, and it's just like, why stress? um Life is short, and um life should be, kept and ran as smooth as you possibly can. Life should be peaceful. um there's no need for any added stress. You're always going to have stress in your life. This just comes with it. It's just always something that's going to stress you out. But things that you can change, that's stressing you out, change it. Like, there's no need for unnecessary people in your life. This ain't your family. You wasn't born into their lives. Like, no. Bye, girl. Or man. Bye. Cardi B also had something to say. She was just like, she wanted to apologize to Asia because the way that, people treated her um after the whole fight scene. She felt really bad about that, and she wanted to apologize to Asia and all that stuff. So, maybe there's a heart somewhere in Cardi B. But this reunion, she just really showed her ass for me. I still do like Cardi B. I'm still a fan of hers, but I don't know. She just got a lot of growing up to do. Because the way that her and her sister Hennessy behaved, this reunion and part one was just absolutely complete foolishness. And she's gonna look back at this and regret it, and hopefully she doesn't repeat it as she moves up in her career. Hopefully. Okay, now last thing I want to talk about, I'm done with the reunion. Love and Hip Hop New York is over. Is the whole shETHER thing, child. shETHER, or however the hell you say it. The whole Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj diss, child. I mean, apparently Nicki had made some comments about Remy on Instagram, and then like one or two diss tracks that I was unaware of until I heard it. I was just like, okay, I guess this is about Remy, whatever. I don't really look for Nicki as a lyricist. I never have. Um, I mean, for the longest time, all we had was Nicki Minaj to listen to as far as female rap, because she was the only female rapper that was out there that, that was doing things, making big moves, and the only person who we saw or even bought music from or whatever. But I never thought she was the best. No, I mean, I was born in '89, year of Rhythm Nation, 5 4 3 2 1, darling, Janet Jackson. So, um, I'm not that old or anything. I'm still young, but I know good music. I grew up on '70s, '80s music, and grew into the '90s, of course. Growing up in the '90s, I didn't remember a lot because, like I said, I was born in '89, so I'm still a child. But child, late '90s, early 2000s, child was my era, child. I mean everything. So I remember all the girls. I remember Remy, child. We got EVE, Debrat, of course, Macy's always been there. I mean, we can go on and on. Who we got? Uh, Rod Digger. I mean, shit, like a meal. Like I mean, we can pump through if we're gonna pump through. Foxy. I mean, it is what it is. Like we can get into it if we want to get into it. But anyway, so Remy went off to jail for like 8 years, and obviously she wasn't releasing music then. So, I mean, it is what it is. All we have is Nicki Minaj. So, anyway, I thought at one point that Nicki and Remy was cool, which I do believe they was cool because Nicki was on the whole free Remy train, as she says in the song, as Nicki quoted or whatever. But obviously now, since Remy's out and moving up in the game and doing her thing gradually with Fat Joe, now she switched her tune. Maybe Nicki's a little shook. She's a little nervous. Now I always did know that Nicki had ghostwriters and stuff, which a lot of people needs help or get help. That doesn't necessarily make them any less talented, but in her case, it's just kind of because she's never like claimed to have that or whatever. But I believe one interview she did with uh Angie Martinez when she was talking about Safari and the help. Safari helped her a lot musically, especially in the beginning of her career when she was doing the mixtapes in her first album. So, yeah, but he was always behind the scenes, with his furs, and nobody paid attention to him. So, it's just crazy. So apparently, at some point, they damn fell out, and Remy is just ripping Nikki to fucking shreds. And it's a whole 7-minute diss track. I'm sure y'all heard about it. I'm sure y'all have heard it, but it'll be about a bar below if I haven't already said that. I mean, she go in on her ass, her literal ass. She go in on her wigs. She talked about her brother being a child molester and how she paid for her brother's wedding, child. I mean, she goes in on who all she done fuck. Ebru from the radio show, and Drake and Lil Wayne, Meek Mill. She fucked for radio play. She fucked for songs. She's fucked for lyrics. Like, it was just a mess. She brought up a lot of people. She was like, you couldn't take Mariah, or you're mad hating on Mariah because Mariah didn't carry, that she didn't pay your ass no attention. She talked about Hannah Montana in the song. Like, I mean, it was just. She talked about Taylor Swift. The 7-minute rap was really, really, honest to God, impressive. I was just like, whoa. That's the one young lady who I would not fool with is Remy Ma. She is a freestyle rapper for sure. Now I'm just ready for an album, Remy, because I'm gonna get it. I don't know what Nicki Minaj is gonna do at this point. I don't know if she's gonna respond. Like, I ain't heard nothing from Nicki Minaj. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all heard anything from Nicki Minaj. But I ain't heard shit from Nick. Nick at Night Nickelodeon. So I don't know. She mentioned Nick Cannon. It's just really impressive. Her flow, her uh uh what do you call it? Her pronouns and shit, and her metaphors and all that. So I was just like, damn, she's Remy Ma's really, really talented. She's probably the most talented female MC that have came out the 21st century. Really, really dope. Really dope. So anyway, that'll be in the bottom bar below. Once again, it's like the fourth time I said that. That's pretty much it, y'all. I want to thank y'all for watching this review, watching all my reviews of the show, sticking with me, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. I love you much. Shouts out to my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. You'll have fun, child. I'm sure you will. All right, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at ITSKINGWORLD on Instagram and Twitter. At ITSKINGWORLD89 on Snapchat, and Chase King was here on Facebook. All the information be in the bottom bar below, darlings, and I will talk to you soon. Probably for Chalaki News, or Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, or Real Housewives of Atlanta, or something else, child. We shall see. Mm.